Lesson 47. God is the strength in which I trust. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. I am Judith and this is the Lucid Mind Center. How it works is this. First we're going to read the lesson together, then we're going to contemplate it, then we're going to apply the lesson, and all this I'm going to incorporate in a Qigong class where we're first going to purify the body, then we are going to tonify our vital force energy, and in the end, we're going to circulate it while we are going to repeat the lesson several times. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel. At the end, tell me how it went for you, where you're from, and how long you've been with A Course in Miracles. Let's begin. Lesson 47. God is the strength in which I trust. If you're trusting your own strength, you have every reason to be apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. What can you predict or control? What is there in you that can be counted on? What would give you the ability to be aware of all the facets of any problem and to resolve them in such a way that only good can come of it? What is there in you that gives you the recognition of that right solution and the guarantee that it will be accomplished? Of course, you can do none of these things. To believe that you can is to put your trust where trust is unwarranted and to justify fear, anxiety, depression, anger, and sorrow. Who can put his faith in weakness and feel safe? Yet who can put his faith in strength and feel weak? God is your safety in every circumstance. His voice speaks for him in all situations and in every aspect of all situations, telling you exactly what to do to call upon his strength and his protection. There are no exceptions because God has no exceptions, and the voice which speaks for him thinks as he does. The voice which speaks for him, this is your Holy Spirit, according to A Course in Miracles, or your higher self, or your holy self, whichever you like to use. Today we will try to reach past your own weakness to the source of real strength. 4 5-minute practice periods are necessary today, and longer and more frequent ones are urged. Close your eyes and begin as usual by repeating today's idea. Then spend a minute or two in searching for situations in your life which you have invested with fear, dismissing each one by telling yourself, God is the strength in which I trust. Now try to slip past all concerns related to your own sense of inadequacy. It is obvious that any situation that causes you concern is associated with feelings of inadequacy, since otherwise you would believe that you could deal with the situation successfully. It is not by trusting yourself that you will gain confidence, but the strength of God in you is successful in all things. The recognition of your own frailty is a necessary step in the correction of your errors, but it is hardly a sufficient one in giving you the confidence which you need and to which you are entitled. You must also gain an awareness that your confidence in your real strength is fully justified in every respect and in all circumstances. In the latter phase of the practice period, try to reach down into your mind to a place of real safety. This is what we're learning in Qigong. We are going down into our mind, into our gut mind, where this wisdom is stored within our body. You will recognize that you have reached it if you feel a deep peace, however briefly. This is when you get into a deep meditative state. You can reach it with yoga as well, if you know what you're doing, if you know mentally what you're doing. And you can reach it with Qigong, as we are doing this, and we are applying it consciously to the lessons of A Course in Miracles. You will recognize that you reached if you feel a deep peace, however briefly. Let go all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind and reach down and below them to the kingdom of heaven. Isn't that so interesting? So you're going down, you're going below, and you're going deep within. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace in you. So it's not out there somewhere. It is within you. It is turning within. There is a place in you where nothing is impossible. Again, this is within you. So this is towards the center of the being. There is a place in you where the strength of God abides. Repeat the idea for today often. Use it as your answer to any disturbance. Remember that peace is your right because you are giving your trust to the strength of God. This is an extraordinarily beautiful lesson, and especially to use it with Qigong. When I'm doing a lot of the classes, I'm often asking people about the word God. And this is the people who are coming to my Qigong classes. And then I'm speaking with people who are not spiritual, who have got difficulties with the word God, and they have just stopped being religious altogether. They are believing in science, or some of them believing in some kind of universal intelligence. But often they are just shying away of everything what's got to do with religion, which is a sad thing, because then they have to rely on their own strength. Some of them, they have created their own idea about this higher power, but they probably don't speak with anybody about it. So they're keeping it to themselves, which is in a way a good thing, because at least they're connecting to some higher power, but they're not sharing it with nobody because they're embarrassed about it. And what we are doing as a Course in Miracles students, we are connecting back, we are claiming back the words and their meaning. It's the word God which we are claiming back, which we are saying, no, I'm going to use the word God because this is the best word, which is describing this immense power which we are, every single one of us is part of, which every single one of is a creation of, is a son of. I'm claiming it back, and I am making a point of using the word God. But this is not about ego. So if the word God is a difficult word for you still, and I can imagine it can be, because it was for years after still a difficult word for me, even after I've started in 2008. And even when I'm speaking with people who have got a difficulty with the word God, I don't use it. I say universal intelligence. I say divine intelligence. I say source. There's many people who use the word source instead of God. So this is the first thing what I want to tell you. And the second thing which this class is teaching us, which is very, very important, if you disconnect yourself from your higher self, if you disconnect yourself from that source, from that strength you actually always have access with, life seems to be difficult. But when you sink back into this strength, when you kind of realize, well, hang on a minute, this strength is always with me. I'm always connected to the source. And not only am I connected to the source, the person who I'm speaking with is connected to source as well. They have just forgotten. Then what happens is that you as yourself are lighting up. They might not see it, but you yourself, you're lighting up your awareness, and then you are addressing the light within them. And just by you addressing the light within the other person, they open up to you unconsciously. They can't help themselves, because you are awakening some kind of sense of strength within them, which of course they know it's within them, but they are refusing to connect to, because they don't want to use the word God, or because somebody told them religion is ridiculous, or somebody has told them there is nothing after life. If the human, everything stops. So they have got no access to this strength. And our job as Course in Miracles students is, first of all, to become aware of the strength within ourselves. And once we are sure about it, we will shine it out, and we will automatically allow other people to shine as well. We will automatically give them permission to look for that strength within themselves. That's why I always say, You are way more powerful than anybody has ever led you to believe. So in order for you to become aware of your own strength, you have to become aware of your own weakness. And that is why we are going through all those crazy things which we are experiencing in our life. It is basically, we're showing to ourselves, you're not as strong as you think you are. You're not alone. Because if you are acting out of ego, if you're acting out of fear, if you are self-doubting, if you are thinking that your physical experience here is somehow more important than somebody else's physical experience. If you think that your privileges somehow make you more important than somebody else, just because you have got a bigger car, a bigger house, or a nicer husband, or more intelligent children, that somehow this is making you more important, or somehow you think that God blessed you more than anybody else, then you have misunderstood what this whole strength of God is about. Strength of God is that we all have it within us. And your job is, once you have recognized the strength, once you know how to work with this strength, and because you can use the strength of God on a kind of selfish purposes as well. This is what all these courses about manifestation and Kundalini awakening and God knows what, they are just set up to dip into this strength and then use it for selfish purposes, for this particular awareness, for this momentary awareness, which is also not bad, because then you're just learning how the mechanism of that works. For years, I was very good at manifesting and wish fulfillment, and it took me years before I realized the reason why I was so good at it is because I needed to understand the mechanism. I needed to understand how the mechanism worked so I could teach other people. And then once I understood that the purpose was to teach other people, then suddenly all those things which I had achieved with my manifestation and wish fulfillment, then I realized it was just a training phase. It was just being trained to light up other people and also allow them to play with this power once they have discovered it within themselves. I hope this makes sense to you. And let's get to our Qigong class. Lesson 47, God is the strength in which I trust. Let's put our feet shoulder width apart. Let's relax into our Wuji posture. If it's the very first time you're doing Qigong with me, I have created 2 videos which are explaining how Qigong can help you as a Course in Miracles student. You will find the link below in the description. Now you put a smile on your face. The smiling energy is extremely powerful energy for returning to peace, but it's also very powerful for healing mind and body. Interestingly enough, just by smiling, you're activating some happy hormones in your brain, in your mind-body system. So put a smile on your face, relax into the pose, sink into the pose. Remember, you push the coccyx bone down, you open up the spine, so the spine is more straight, less rounded here in the back. You just sink into this. And now that you have done 46 lessons with me before, you know how to sink into this pose. So you're like going into the Wuji posture. You're going into the state of before creation. So we're going into Wuji posture, and we are connecting to our source. We are connecting to our higher self. We are connecting to Mother Earth, and we're becoming aware that we are a conductor of energy through the central pole. I call it the pillar of light. Very good. Just notice how you feel. Breathe in through your nose. And now breathe down this central channel down through the heart center, through the body center, the lower Dantian, and then into the feet and down into the earth. Very good. Exhaling. Now inhale. Help yourself with the hands, that you're inhaling air, chi into your nose, and now you're exhaling it down through the body into the earth. One more. Again, just connect yourself to the energy which is around you. This is the chi of the air, and collect it And exhale. And then just repeat with me again. God is the strength in which I trust. And then just start turning around your central axis. And as you are turning faster and with more intention, your hands start to move until your hands start knocking on your back, on your Mingmen, on the door of life, and knocking on your belly. Inhale through the nose and exhale through your mouth. And now that you're already with me for so many times, focus on your central channel while you're doing this. Focus on your connection between heaven and earth in this human experience. Very good. Put a smile on your face. And relax. Observe how your body feels. And as the lesson is suggesting that you sink deep within yourself, I want to help you become aware of that depth within you. According to Chinese medicine and according to Chinese cosmology, the lower Dantian is the center of all your energy bodies, if you will. You see, when I don't like using the word energy bodies, because then people think that there is bodies which looking like the physical bodies. I prefer to call them energy fields, because your real energy field is not looking like this shape. A real energy field is just like a circle. It could be a circle, it could be an oval, it could be a triangle, it could be a square. The energy field really is like a torus. So you've got the central channel, which is coming through your body, and then you have got a torus of energy, which is coming around out of your head, going down and coming back in through your feet. And this central channel is the center of this torus. All those energy fields you have around yourself. So you've got your physical field. This is your body. Then it's got like a protective field around this. This is what we call then an aura, which is like a shining thing, which is right around the body, protecting the body. And then we have got the energetic field, which is like a circle and can be pulsating. It can be small like this, like when you're touching your hands, or it can be enormous. You can expand it to include the whole town which you're standing in it, or you can include the entire world in that field when you're expanding it. So that's why I don't like to call it energy body. I prefer to call it energy field. So your lower Dantian is the center of all those fields, of those energy fields of your influence. And the reason why they are called fields is because you can influence those fields with your intention. Okay? So you connect yourself to the lower body, to the lower Dantian, and we're going to go into the depth of this center of you, and really try to feel it today. And to help you with that, we're going to do something which is called fire breathing, Qi Hua. We have done it already once or twice before. So what we're doing is we are going to exhale. We are inhaling and exhaling through the nose, like this. I'm going to come a bit closer so you can see it. So I'm inhaling slowly in, belly's getting big, and then I'm like pushing the air from the belly out of my nose. Okay. When we've done 24 of those breaths, we exhale and then we open up our hands, and then we send our awareness into the hands. You hold the breath out as long as you can, and once you need to inhale, you inhale very slowly up, and then you come down and you say and with this particular fire breathing, we first becoming aware of our field. We're first going to send it into our hands in the first round, In the second round, we are going to send it to our feet, hand and feet. And in the third round, we're going to send it to hand, feet, and head. And then we're going to become really aware of our immediate field of influence. Okay? So let's try that together. So, go into Wuji posture. Remember your central channel. Lower your coccyx bone and just connect for a moment to the earth. Remembering that your body belongs to earth. It belongs to this nature. And your mind is divine, belongs to God. And when you connect to your God, when you connect to this immense power, this universal power out there, you are really unstoppable. Because then you're going to use your body for the exact purpose it was made. So connect to this earth energy. Then put your hands on your lower belly and let's start our fire breathing. I'm going to say when we are on 10 and 20 and the last 4, you have to count through yourself. Okay, let's try. 10, 20, 4 more. Exhale and send the chi out to your hands. Open your hands. Hold. Notice what's going on in your hands. And when you need to inhale, you start inhaling very slowly. And then when you are touching your central channel, you start saying this is the lung sound, purifying our central channel. Then breathe normal, put your hands on your belly and just breathe normal for a few breaths. Observe what is happening in your body. Very good. And now we're going to do the second round. This time when we send it out at the breath hold. So you exhale, hold your breath. Then you send the energy out into your hands and you send the energy out into your feet at the same time. Okay? Let's try that. Ten, 20, spread, 'And then when you need to inhale, you inhale slowly. And then you say, put a smile on your face, put your hands on the belly, breathe normal, and notice how you feel. Good. And now let's do the last round. This time we're going to send the energy after we finished our breath. We're going to send it. This time at the breath hold, we're going to send the chi out into our hands. We're going to send it out into our feet, and we're going to send it out into our head, into our mind. Let's see how that works for you. Let's begin our prior breathing. Inhale, and let's begin. 10, 20, 24. When you need to inhale, you inhale slowly. And now say notice how you feel. And then say, God is the strength in which I trust. And then just shake it out. Shake out anything, any kind of tensions which you might have noticed here in your body while you were doing the fire breathing. Exhale through your mouth. And again. Shake out to one side. Shake out to the other side. Shake out your legs. And notice how you feel. Put a smile on your face. Put your hands on your belly. And then this is called Bao Qi. You're basically feeling your hands into your belly. And what you're feeling is your energy center. You're feeling your lower Dantian. This is your lower energy field where you're cultivating your own life force energy, your own Qi. Now we're going to rotate this awareness. Imagine that you're holding like a big ball. You're holding your own connection to your God. You're holding your own connection to your higher self, to God, to this divine energy. Notice how there's like a big ball all the way around you. Notice that the wisdom, the true wisdom lies here, not in your head. To really act out of wisdom, you have to connect to your heart and your head. So now I want you to inhale up to your heart and notice the wisdom which is in your heart, the emotional energy, the highest human potential. And then exhale down again to your gut instinct. This is where true wisdom lays, not in your head. Your head is intelligent. It shows you how to live this life. It is guiding you through. And it can become really powerful, but you have to connect. You have to learn to connect to your true wisdom and your true emotional intelligence, your highest potential. And then this whole strength of God you can manifest here on the world. So let's get back down again. Inhale and exhale and just become aware of this strength you have in your lower Dantian. And then up. Fill your chest with air and become aware of this highest human potential, the emotional strength, unconditional love, which is in this part. And then come up. And this is the intelligence. This is where you are solving your problems from pragmatically, where you know, okay, I need to do A, B, C, and D. This is what the mind is telling you. Inhale. And then exhale down again. This is where the wisdom lies. This is where experience is. This is where you get surprised about yourself, how much more wise you are as you're getting older and know things which you didn't know when you were younger. This is why the wisdom lying in here. Everything you need is within you. Nothing is out there. And then say, God is the strength in which I trust. Connect to your lower Dantian. And then say, God is the strength in which I trust. And then we're going to change it to love is the strength in which I trust. Notice how that feels. Very good. Love is just a different aspect of God. And then come up and then say, God is the strength in which I trust. Very good. And then change again. The word to universal intelligence is the strength in which I trust. And then exhale down again. Becoming aware that universal intelligence is just another word for God. And then say again with me, Source is the strength in which I trust. Source being just another word for God. Love is the strength in which I trust. Becoming aware that love is just another word for God. Exhale and then inhale. And then say, Divine intelligence is the strength in which I trust. And becoming aware that divine intelligence is just another word for God. Inhale, and then come up exhale down again. Noticing how powerful, how strong you are getting. This time we're going to put a breath hold each time when you are repeating the sentence, and we're only going to use the original form of the lesson. So you inhale, and then say, God is the strength in which I trust. Exhale. Now inhale, bring it up to your heart. Remember to lower your coccyx bone. And then hold, inhale and say, God is the strength in which I trust. Exhale. And then do it one more time. Inhale up. And then say, God is the strength in which I trust. And exhale. And come down. Now we're going to circulate this Qi, which we have become aware of in our field. So I want you to connect to the soles of your feet. Lift up your toes a minute just so you become aware of the feet, of your legs, which are carrying you through this world. And then imagine that you are connecting with your middle fingers to the soles of your feet. And now inhale up, bring this up to your chest, and then exhale down. We are connecting to the power of to the element of the water. Water stands for fluidity. Water stands for going with the flow. Water stands for sinking into yourself. The wisdom of letting things go, of allowing to take its own, and trusting the flow of life. Inhale and exhale. Very good. In. It's like Bruce Lee said, be water. Be like water, just let it go. And exhale down. In. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more. Allow your hands to hang down for a moment. Notice how your body feels. And just shake out the legs. I'm aware of what it is in your body. You can shake it. About Qi. Put your hands on your belly. Notice how you feel. And just enjoy this beauty of awareness that God is the strength in which we trust. Put your feet together. Your hand under your lower Dantian, under your belly button. And let's collect all our dispersed energies and center them back into our lower Dantian, sinking it all back into our awareness that we are way more powerful than anybody has ever let us believe. And that power comes from the connection to God. Inhale and exhale down. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Last one. In and exhale. Remember to subscribe to my channel and let me know how this went for you. And here is the link to the Qigong classes on my other channel, which I'm going to start recording more English sessions for you. And here is the link to the first 50 classes of A Course in Miracles. Have a wonderful day. Love, light, and Qi to you.